Hey everybody, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel if it's not your first time. Really appreciate you coming back and checking out some more of my content. Hey, today I wanted to talk about the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, the new device that's being announced on September 3rd that is rumored to be a miniature version of the Remarkable Paper Pro, which is very intriguing to me. As you've seen in some of my previous videos, I'm a fan of the Remarkable devices, especially the Remarkable Paper Pro. I've always said it's the only device that makes me want to write more or find an excuse to write, just because of the way that the screen and the stylus feels on the screen, and then just the beautiful front light, and then the colors that are there. You know, a lot of people, I hear some folks complain about the flashing of the colors. It's a non-issue for me. I'm willing to accept that for the beauty of the screen that you get there. So, if you've seen any of the leaks or the rumors that are out there, supposedly there's a leak that of all of the marketing material that somebody found by accident on Amazon, I believe it was, or maybe even some other sites as well. Who knows if they're legitimate? Who knows if they're, AI faked, or somebody just did a really good job of reproducing materials that looks like Remarkable's marketing materials? We really don't know. And I'm not going to show those leaks here. You can certainly go and search them on the internet and find them without any issues. But the device is rumored to be a 7.3-inch screen, which is an interesting size in that it's not quite the 8-inch or the 7.8 or the 8, a little bit over 8-inch screens that you find on some of the other miniature devices, like the ViWoods AI Paper Mini or even the Supernote Nomad. It is a little bit bigger than the Boox Go Color 7 Gen 2 that I talked about in a previous video. But it's a very interesting form factor in that it's taller than it is wide. It seems to, if the marketing materials are accurate, I'm basing everything in this video on those marketing materials. So come Wednesday, if all that turns out to be a fluke, just go back and forget that you watched this. So I am basing it all on those leaked materials and assuming that, hey, maybe they are true. But anyway, it's an interesting aspect ratio in that it's taller than it is wide. Whereas you got things like the Boox Go Color 7 is more of a square device. Instead of being taller than it is wide, it's a little bit sort of like the Supernote Nomad in that this device is taller than it is wide, but actually it's much smaller than this, and I'll show you real quick. So I took the pictures that were available. I printed them out. I measured the Remarkable Paper Pro as it existed on that sheet of paper. And then I measured the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, and I did a ratio between the two to come up with, hey, if I were to draw out the Move on the Remarkable Paper Pro screen, what would that look like? And that's what I want to show you here. So let me tell you what I've done. So, and of course, this is not scientific. I always say that there's other people that do scientific things better than I do. I'm just a hack when it comes to that stuff. So, take this with that in mind as you look at it. So in the leaked marketing materials, it looks like the chin is about the same height. It has a substantial chin on the bottom of it. And it looks like the bezels are about the same size on the left and right and the top of the device. So what I did was I took, and I'll show you my math here. I took the virtual image and I measured out the body height, then I converted that into 16ths of an inch. And then I measured the device on the of the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, came up with the ratio of the full size Remarkable. Then I measured this actual Remarkable and applied these percentages, and then I came up with this drawing here. So what you've got is pretty much the ratio of the Move compared to the Remarkable Paper Pro. So it is going to be a very small device. It's pocketable. When you compare it to like the Go Color 7 Gen 2, I'll show you that real quick. I'm going to line up the bottom of the device with the bottom of the Remarkable Paper Pro because that is what I'm assuming that the chin is. But I am not taking the chin into consideration here. The actual side of the device, or the hardware side of the device, is actually comes out to the side of the screen here. So I hope that makes sense when I line this up. So when I do that, you can see that the Paper Pro Move is going to be substantially taller than the Go Color 7. but it's also substantially more narrow. The Go Color 7 is wider. And then I want to show you up against the Supernote Nomad. Let me get this lined up. As you can see, the Supernote Nomad is taller and wider. And you almost can't see. I'm going to bring it down where you can see how much wider it is than that. So that kind of gives you the, where that cuts off there. And then from a tall aspect, the Supernote Nomad is just a little bit taller. It's not much taller at all. So if you can imagine the Supernote Nomad with about this much of the device missing, that is the width of what we're expecting the Remarkable Paper Pro Move to be. So very interesting device. I was interested to see it. As you've seen, I did a video on the Boox Go Color 7 Gen 2 where I took it exclusively on a field trip at work, where I had to take notes portably. And it did very well as far as in that test goes. But I look forward to getting the move, I guess is what I'll call it from now on in the video. Looking forward to getting this and seeing how it also functions as that. It looks like it would be very easy to be palmed. The Nomad I can actually palm, but it's a little wide. If that were a little bit more narrow, I think it would be even easier to palm. The interesting thing that I want to know is, since the screen is so small in comparison to the Remarkable Paper Pro, when you write on this, is this going to be, and I'll show you, let me give you an example. Is this going to be, when you scale it up, it's not getting my lines and everything, but when you scale it up, is that just going to be ridiculously large on this larger screen, or are they going to have some way of, is the screen going to be kind of segregated into sections, or what's that going to look like? I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say there, but should be very interesting. I know that when I write on the Nomad and then I look at what I wrote, the template and everything on the Supernote Manta, it does look quite a bit larger. And when I write on the Boox Go Color 7 and I look at this on a bigger device, such as the one of the 10.3 inch devices, or even really the 13.3 inch devices, it looks comically large, and it looks like I was a first grade child just learning how to write. But I did figure out a way to make that look a little bit better, in that I would shrink it into quadrants of the screen. If, for example, if I had 4 pages on the Go Color 7, I would just shrink those into 1, 2, 3, 4 pages on one of the larger devices, and it looked pretty acceptable there. So I can't wait to see what Remarkable does with this. It should be interesting. Once again, this is going to be released on September 3rd. We'll have to wait and see if the rumors are true about, the leaks, if it was true, or if it was just kind of a, real, I guess, real good hoax by Remarkable, or, trying to, throw everybody off. They have been providing hints about the device, which I'm not sure that if those leaked marketing materials are true, the hints are kind of useless, but they are, it is fun what they're putting out there. I'll share some of that with you. So I found this blog, Joshua Lowcock, I think it is. You can see it's joshualowcock.com, but he has collected a lot of information about what he's calling the new portable Remarkable, including some of the leaks that you can see here, and not some of the leaks, but the hints, or the teasers that they're given. This first one says, "The curious may find more than just answers. Let your little journey begin. Your thoughts can be shaped in calm beneath a lamp's amber glow. They can also be born as a fleeting sketch on a napkin, far from any desk." The next one says, "A vision born from true connection needs a place to live and thrive." I wonder what they mean by true connection. Is that going to have cellular? The answer you seek resonates in a flagship's echo. I would imagine that means that it's the flagship being the Remarkable Paper Pro, that it's kind of an echo or a shadow of that. So that's very interesting. You also have one here that says, over here it says, amidst the soundscape of the city pulse, your thoughts flower, moving you further than you thought you could go. But groundbreaking progress is also made with two minds in sync. Let's meet again in 2 days. And then finally, says the last challenge, your little journey went past whispers of the city pulse and flagship echoes. The final answer sought is not a word, but a moment. Show off your creativity. Give form to a fleeting connection that happens on the move. Amidst the chaos, give voice to the conversations that truly matter. It can be a drawing, a story, a poem, whatever you can imagine. The final reward goes to the one who presents something truly human. Share your masterpiece with us. Win a paper tablet at remarkable.com by midnight Eastern Time on Friday, September 5th. A jury of remarkable employees will select one winner to receive a surprise reward. We'll reach out directly to the winner to confirm details. We're excited to see what you'll create. So, very interesting. They're dropping little hints along the way. And it looks like they'll also have some kind of a contest for what you can create on the new device. So, very interesting. Remarkable is doing what they can to generate excitement about it. I know that for fans of the Remarkable devices, especially the Remarkable Paper Pro, this is something to be excited about. I know that I'm excited. I'm going to get one as soon as possible and give you my thoughts on that. So look forward to sharing all that with you when the device is released and it actually shows up on my doorstep. But until then, thanks for watching. Hey, if you take a minute to like and subscribe, it really would mean a lot to the channel. I really appreciate your support and see you in the next video.